Hey, how's it going, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about Pry Into the Void, an SMT-inspired horror monster taming RPG that just launched on Kickstarter yesterday as of the time of recording this video. What we'll be doing today is dissecting what the game is and what the Kickstarter entails. For regulars of the channel, think of this as a Monster Tamer showcase fused with a Kickstarter breakdown. All that said, let's dive in. Okay, as per the usual, I'm going to show off the Kickstarter trailer uninterrupted before we dive into the nitty-gritty, just so everybody gets an idea of what we're working with. I do want to quickly say that the game does have a demo build available on Steam that you could also check out when you're done here. It'll be linked below. And with that, let's check it out. Alright, honestly some pretty cool stuff. I love the bleak tone to the game. It's definitely a nice departure from the more bubbly titles, especially when done right. Let's jump into the About the Game section here. Pry into the hearts of monsters and people in this bleak monster taming RPG. What will you see in the people you love? Inspired by games such as Shin Megami Tensei, Off, Yuminiki, Omari, and other surreal horror RPGs with monster taming and engaging turn-based combat. Do note that the game contains only mild horror elements with creepy imagery and a haunting atmosphere. This game contains no gore or jump scares. So yeah, if you're worried about getting jump scared or seeing some really nasty stuff, that's not what this game's about. Over to the list of features, we have the following listed. A fun and challenging turn-based combat system where you can build the perfect party composition and exploit enemy weaknesses inspired by SMT. Unique monster taming mechanics where you converse with the souls of monsters, making branching moral decisions, visual novel style. Many monsters for you to recruit. A bleak and depraved story that will challenge the way you think about each character. Make choices to affect how you can see these characters. Can you truly judge a person as binary good or evil? So again, we get a glimpse into the story being a lot more morally ambiguous than that in which we oftentimes see. It's not just, oh god, there's some bad guys here, let's beat them up. It seems like it'll have a lot more depth than that. In terms of combat and recruitment, it seems pretty similar to SMT, which is good because SMT V was epic and now I want to play more SMT-inspired games. There's also a blurb about the different characters in the game, which you can check out on the Kickstarter page. I'm not going to dwell on that too much because we are going to get into the monsters and combat, which of course are the very most important aspects of monster taming games in general. When you descend into the void, you must be prepared to encounter a variety of unique and dangerous monsters. These monsters represent truths of different facets of the human experience, the souls of humanity. Here are some examples of what you will face. Then we got Spiffer, a spider that represents the souls of those who warily maintain outward appearances but keep a caged youthful rebel deep inside. And we have Fishy Man, representing the souls of those who spend their entire lives fishing without realizing that the greatest catch is themselves. Be prepared to fight against and make meaningful connections with the monsters you face in the void. Combat, turn-based combat, and elemental typed skills exploit enemy weaknesses to deal extra damage while being careful not to expose your own. A great deal of focus is on passive skills. Some boost the effectiveness of skills of certain elemental types, some gain bonuses such as the ability to gain an extra turn when you exploit an enemy weakness. Monsters start off incomprehensible, as in you cannot see them until you hit them with the skill they are weak to. This makes the process of discovering new monsters much more enticing, as it has you guessing what they look like and what they're weak to based on their silhouette. It's only after you do this that you can pry into their hearts. The player is given a variety of tools to help shape their party how they see fit. Recruit monsters by prying into their hearts and conversing with their souls. Make branching moral decisions. Bring the monster over to your side as an ally. Each and every monster has their own unique pry scenario. By exploring, you can find seeds, which will provide an ally with a new skill when used. Seeds can be used on any monster without restriction. Any monster can learn any skill, however, some skills may be more effective with some monsters than others. Be sure to keep a lookout for the generous flowers who may give you seeds and other items. You can also sacrifice your allies to your butler and devourer to extract seeds from their skills and pass those skills on to new monsters. That sort of reminds me of the rite of channeling, actually, from Monster Hunter Stories. A little bit. Form the ideal party, the lives of your allies are in your hands. Okay, so regarding monsters and their design philosophy being based on, as it was put, the different facets of the human experience, I think that's really cool and can lead to a lot of really interesting monster designs, like maybe those based on greed or gluttony, or even monsters based on something like, I don't know, anxiety or insomnia. There are so many different aspects to the human experience, as it was put, and all come from a wide array of different perspectives as well. Okay, finally, in terms of platform, the game will be available on Steam and itch.io. It's noted that consoles may be a consideration in the future, but are currently not guaranteed. If the game does reach its $3,000 funding goal, we also have some stretch goals to look forward to, which we only see one viewable, which states the following. At $5,000, we'll get a blind profit game mode, which is essentially a Nuzlocke run. You got permadeath and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps it up. Pry Into the Void is honestly something I'm very intrigued by, and I did actually back it myself for the $50 tier, which comes with the game, some digital wallpapers, access to early builds, my name in the credits, and a Discord role. If you're looking just to get a copy of the game itself, that tier only costs about $12 USD. So if this game does interest you, definitely make sure to check out the Kickstarter and show your support if you can. You can also wishlist the game on Steam, which I'm sure is a big help as well, and check out that demo. We're definitely going to be streaming the demo soon. I'm thinking about doing a stream where we play like 3 SMT-like games, so I think that could be kind of fun. Anyways, definitely make sure to check all that out, and if you are a fan of the monster taming genre, definitely subscribe to the channel because I put out new monster taming videos every single day. You can also follow me on Twitter, check out my Discord and Patreon, all links below. Speaking of Patreon, special thanks to our patrons, especially Jim Hamilton, Stealcase, and Dark Persona. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.